Thanks, Shelley, and welcome back to our Sunday gathering. Before we start, please invite your tens and please open your cameras so we are able to see your smiling faces. As usual, we start our meeting with an intention. Lance?
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, North America. The opening intention is from Baal HaSulam, Introduction to the book Panim, Mirot, Uth Masrot, item 22. One does not live for oneself, but for the whole chain. Thus, each and every part of the chain does not receive the light of life into itself. One does not live for oneself, but for the whole chain. Thus, each and every part of the chain does not receive the light of life into itself, but only distributes the light of life to the whole chain. Again, Baal HaSulam, Introduction to the book Panim, Mirot, Uth Merot, item 22. Richard?
Thanks, Lance. As you know, we are sharing impressions from the Congress and not our future community. And since a video was shared during a meal, we will now see a clip to start us off. John?
כשהיה מעלה גליו ברוגז והגלים עולים לשטוף העולם.
Oh no, there goes my spot. Where do I park now?
רואים את חול הים. כשהיה מעלה גליו ברוגז והגלים עולים לשטוף העולם. כשמגיעים ורואים את חול הים, מיד נשברים וחוזרים לאחור הם ושוקטים. מיד נשברים וחוזרים לאחור הם ושוקטים. ואינם יכולים לשלוט ולשטוף העולם. ואינם יכולים לשלוט ולשטוף העולם. כשהיה מלא גליו ברוגז והגלים עולים.
לא נראה ליבי אם תפנה עליי מפנה. לא נראה ליבי
כשהיה מלא גליו ברוגז והגלים עולים לשטוף העולם. כשמגיעים
hand in hand and as one nation, and there's love at the door of our hearts. We open up and there's love.
ושוקטים מיד נשברים וחוזרים לאחור הם ושוקטים. ולשטוף העולם. כל חתן וכל קהל
L'chaim. Thanks, John. While we are excited that you will be able to share your impressions, and please get ready, we do have a couple of volunteers already. John Colbert?
Yes. Wow. What a Congress, even from this side. I had the opportunity to, you don't need to do that, spotlight me, please don't. It was a huge Congress, even from this side. I had the opportunity, a golden opportunity actually, to help the meal hosting team. I was feeding them the words from Rob every single day. So with all the changes you had to get up really early in the morning, talk to Kim from Petah Tikva. She sent me the information, so I was sending it to our guys, and I can only liken it to the Congress to like an electrician who's wiring a house. You know, the electrician being the creator, where all the wires go from the switch to the next outlet, to the next outlet, to the next outlet, to the next outlet. And finally, when all the outlets are wired, boom, that switch comes on, and there's just an explosion. This is what we were feeling from our side, whether we were in the lessons with the Rav or we were able to watch you guys on Zoom. What a gift that was for us on this side. Um, it just made us feel such a part of what was going on there, and you could feel the energy, you could feel the intensity, and you could feel the absolute joy of the connection that you had there. And we felt it. We felt it through the screen. I mean, we felt 100% when the Zoom was open, even when it wasn't, as being a part of what took place in North America. And I just got to say to you guys, thank you. What a tremendous feeling and what a tremendous connection that was felt. So, Lahaim, thank you, North America. Great job. You guys were awesome. Every team. And I love you.
Thanks, John. Now we would like to hear from Kabu 12's Andrew LeBlanc and David Matthews.
Thank you. It was such an amazing opportunity for Kabbu 12 to meet together. Oh, please take me down too. Yeah. We got to meet together in person for the first time at this retreat, at this Congress, and I had the opportunity to drive the U-Haul with the day before on Wednesday to pick up all of the boxes at the UPS store, as well as to gather all the food. Right, and a huge thanks to the meals team for all the meticulous planning they did and getting all the items together. And I'll have David say a little bit more about that. But David flew in from St. Louis, hit the airport, got right off the airplane, Ubered to the UPS store where I met him in the U-Haul truck, and together we hit the ground running, going through boxes, loading up the truck, working with the UPS staff. So what an incredible opportunity to serve. And I'll let David say a little bit more about the Restaurant Depot and the experience there, but a piece of advice that we got from U-Haul once we got this fully loaded truck, and maybe you've seen pictures of all the food that was in this truck. No sharp turns, right? No fast acceleration, no hard braking. That became important later on, but food is just like the centerpiece of everybody needs food every day, right? We all have to have that nourishment. We're burning a lot of energy together at these events in our spiritual work together. Every Congress is focused around food and the meal time together. So having the opportunity to deliver the food to the Congress and rely on other teams to put it all together, that was just an amazing experience for our 10. And together with David, who helped keep me company. And just one more quick thing I'd like to add, as we've got this fully loaded truck, we're climbing this mountain on the way to Halifax. It's a straight road, and well, it's not very straight. It's kind of winding. It's narrow, and I'm giving the U-Haul full gas to get it up this long and slow and steady climb. And I look in the rearview mirror, and David's keeping me calm. It's a nasty day, raining, foggy. And it's a long way down when you look over the edge of the mountain, and there's this line of cars about a quarter mile building up behind us. All these cars piling up behind this U-Haul, and I'm getting all nervous. But it's almost like we were dragging all of these people towards the Congress with us in preparation for the event. And just what a pleasure to serve and to get out of our tent and to integrate with everybody at the event. So with that, I'll pass to David to add some more color.
Let's see if we can call this color. Then we hit a curve. A little too fast. Guardrail on the right. And I don't know, Andrew suggested I not use the term, but there was a major pucker factor about that moment, because I think we both saw what could have happened quite easily. We hit that curve and the truck is doing this, and way down below is our next life. So we made it, and fortunately we did, because then everybody got to eat. We stopped a little after that and opened the rear, and we did see what occurred in the process, which was far less of a destruction of the food and the way we had it all boxed. And I go back to the restaurant place. That was an amazing store. And we got there, and they had like 20 of these 2-story, 8-foot-long carts. They were still filling, and I couldn't believe it. I was wondering, are we going to possibly get all this in the truck? But we did, and we got it to the Congress. And immediately, once we got it there, we created a line at the back of the truck, and friends were everywhere, and they joined in immediately. And next thing I know, all these boxes that Andrew and I had put in this truck were unloaded over the next period of time by handing it, down the line, which was amazing. And really, what I wanted to share was not so much that we did, that we all do things, but it was the most amazing opportunity throughout that entire weekend to connect and to share and to serve. And that was the biggest opportunity I can ever remember, having lived a few years. And it was a desire so strong to just serve. It actually provided even more genuine things coming in, light coming in, than listening to lessons and things like that. So I see a lot of faces here that I saw at the Congress, and I feel so close to all those faces now. It's like I wasn't even aware of a North American Congress, and here you guys have been doing this for many of you for many, many years, and I'm just a newbie. So thank you for being you and sharing what you shared with us this weekend.
Thanks, Andrew and David. And now, from Women's Latin 26, Hilda Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you all. It's a pleasure to meet you. I see many faces familiar that we share a wonderful time.
You've muted yourself.
Thank you all. It's been a pleasure and honor to meet you again and to meet you then and to go through the experiences that we went through. The Creator planned it all perfectly, the perfect place, the perfect time, the perfect attendance. So it's hard to mention names and not to leave somebody out. So I want to say thank you all. It was my first Congress, and it has been amazing. I felt desperate in my heart because I see the heart of people of serving, of the love, of a sincere love that have given me more trust into this beautiful institution, into the beautiful writings that we study, and to be present is totally a different experience than being virtual. To be there, to eat with friends at the same time, to digest those writings, that wisdom, to share a hug with Mary or to me, Alicia or Jolene, and it's hard, as I said, to mention names because I don't want to leave nobody out. But I met so many wonderful people that for me has been surprisingly that in this world, there are people actually seeking truly for the Creator with an honest heart, trying to serve. And next time I come, I want to register early. I want to be part of a committee early to serve. And I want to be active. That I feel that I just want to serve. So thank you all. It was wonderful. And I hope to see you again in face to face. Thank you.
Thanks, Hilda Lisa. And now we would like to hear from you. But first, we want to hear from participants about the Congress, and then about 11:30, we will switch to the friends that took on major responsibilities. And don't be surprised if I call on you. Please raise your hands, and we will call on you. So if you could put up your hands in the Zoom.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Good morning. I just want to start this reflection thanking the Creator, friends. Thanking each and every friend and every team involved in the participation of this Congress and the management. Our manager, Sohar, Mary, the secretary, our giant friends from Israel who travel to meet with friends, and all the friends who attended virtually and physically to this Congress. Thanks to all of you, it was possible to have this gift. What a Congress we had during the past week in Pennsylvania. This Congress, we felt like we were in a little bit of an instant Gamara Tikkun, final correction. All the attendees got to meet all the beautiful friends we've seen through, probably to the computer for many years. But at that point, we were physical. Friends were able to hug friends who couldn't saw before, who couldn't touch before. In this Congress, we felt as we were in heaven, touching, hugging, putting together and connecting our general soul, laughing, eating together. And that was a gift. What a beautiful gift we have. We just summarized the 4 days in 4 minutes during the video. But I think we got to attain a little bit of all the words that we use in our study. We had love of friends materialize, 600,000 loyal friends ready to take care of you. We materialized that. We touch a little bit of that, revealing the Creator, Arvut, connecting the broken pieces of Aran Harishon. Everything took place in that Congress, and for that it's amazing. We saw in that video that we have teams working 24/7, 3 months beforehand. It was just a gift. We had friends who flew from Israel 24 hours plus, who drove from Florida, from Texas, from Canada, from all North America. One of the things that amazed me was seeing Gilad Shadmon and Haim Ratz sleeping like soldiers, with fellow soldiers in the trenches, in those bunks that you saw in the video. They didn't require special treatment. They just slept with all the friends with us in that. That was amazing. Friends, we had this amazing cultural night, the gift of friends. We saw a grandfather, Jacob, from New York, 93 years old, singing, studying with us together. We saw kids, families. It was just a quantum leap. And I just want to say at the end that we have to take this momentum, friends. This Congress is a quantum leap, and we have to capitalize that. We have to gain and approach everything we gain to this. We have to take it. This is not the end. This is the first step of many that we have to take already to build back our North American clique and to build our North American community. And together, we will be able to do it. Arvut, friends. Thank you very much. Always together. L'chaim. Thank you, Richard. Go ahead.
L'chaim. Thank you, John. Sasha.
Thank you very much. When I heard about this Congress first time, I called Grisha and I said to him that it's the first time I will skip the Congress because the conditions and everything is like comparable. If I have to crawl to the third layer of the bunk bed, I will not be able to come back. Or they have to transport me to the emergency room after that. And little by little, we start to
increase the importance of the Congress in our 10, and I'll skip some preparations and everything. And we had 10 friends from our 10 friends all together. It's unbelievable. The bonding that we had there before and after, it's like not bonding from this world. It's everybody was working, doing their jobs there, serving the people. And they said there will be 100 people, and the capacity of the facility is the 70. And I said that is crazy. And instead we have 220 people. And it was crazy. It was good crazy. So I think that this is the way to go. And whatever uncomfortable you feel, 5 of us were driving from Boston to Pennsylvania, 8.5 hours. And it was totally Shabbat Chavarim. I saw my friends who I didn't see and touch for a long time. It was beautiful. And everything that happened there, we didn't have schedule. The schedule was flexible, right? You think that you'll have something, and instead you have something else. But it really doesn't mess up with us. Thank you, everyone. And happy connections.
L'chaim, thank you, Sasha. And I see a couple on our screen, and couples are essential to our organization. So Chantel and Ben.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to share a little bit. I don't know if this is appropriate because we were not at the North American Convention. We were in Guadalajara. We live in Mexico. We were together with about 80 friends from all over Latin America and even from the US and Canada. And so inspired. We were so inspired by the example of the friends that they really do practice the love of friends and serving the friends. I was just so inspired that people would get up in the middle of the night and spend their usual sleeping hours just connecting and being in the lessons. And so it was just a labor of love. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Maybe Chantal has something.
As Sasha said, it's crazy good. What I can say, beloved friends, is that there's no space. I listen to you is like listening friends of Petah Tikva or listening Latin friends, because we just have one heart. We have one goal, and I'm sure we all were connected because it's incredible to listen all the efforts and all the work you made, as well as we did. We didn't sleep. We had the schedule of Israel. So the truth is that Ben says we were trying to sleep, but we never sleep. We never slept, sorry. We were all the time connected with you, with all the congresses around the world. Pleasing Creator, thank you for existing and all the efforts. I'm very impressed. Beautiful Congress you had. Hopefully one day we will be there too. Only together.
L'chaim. And the whole World Congress is what was important to us. We're just sharing impressions, and there's nothing greater than being told, we were here and it was spectacular. For we want to hear things like that. And we had a very emotional, very exciting celebration occur. And while she's probably not ready, Phyllis, how exciting was it for you?
Thank you. It was amazing. I mean, happiness, it was like just so strong. It was just beautiful. I was so happy that people could be there. I was happy that we were, getting, I call it married. Some people call it engaged. I don't care. But it was just confirmation that the light does good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and Mazel Tov, Phyllis, and to Haim also. Um, Before we switch over to those volunteers, Robin, would you give us an impression?
Oh, I was afraid you were going to call me. But yeah, it was awesome time. I meeting friends I hadn't seen for 6 years. It was just totally surprise. The feelings that were during our assembly were so, there was so much that there was no need to, I mean, everybody was just feeling it. So you almost didn't feel yourself. And when you did, you kind of felt, well, why am I feeling myself? I got all these friends here. So that was just, it was just really amazing. The accommodations were challenging, but it was really a bonding experience, and everybody just hung together and had a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. I'd also like to hear from one of our planners from this organization, Irina. How about an impression? Sorry, I caught you chewing.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, you know what? I want to pass this, I want to ask Mary to speak. I'm just the small part.
Mary will have her opportunity.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm just a small part. For example, Roberta. I want to hear from her because these guys, the Eva and Roberta.
We have set aside times. We have set aside time for them, but we want to
okay.
hear
I just
your
want to say,
impressions.
okay. I just want to say, because we've been in the helping in the kitchen. You know what? Usually people think 2 women in the kitchen is a disaster. So we just turned opposite. It was 1 woman working in the kitchen. And what an amazing experience working together with all these ladies who've been there. And I just thank you, Creator, to give us this opportunity.
Thank you, Irina. Now I'd like to shift to those who actually volunteered. One of those individuals is in my 10. Pedro?
Thank you very much. I was in charge of the setup and breakdown team. And I came into this Congress, as soon as I heard from it, I came in with the mindset that I'm going to serve the Friends one way or another. And then Zohar had given me one of the major opportunities to serve, which increased my desire even more. I was taken back. I was very surprised. I shouldn't have been, but with everybody's willingness to help, with everybody's willingness to overcome the situations that we were in, we truly showed the Bnei Baruch spirit there at the Congress. Every single obstacle that we had very little to no internet service, and we did it. We did it. It just goes to show that with the help of the Creator, with a little faith above reason, we can achieve anything. And we achieved such a degree of love of friends at this Congress that it's going to be a springboard for the next convention that we have, for our next gathering. And you know, I love every single one of you, and I just don't have enough words to praise, to express how much you guys mean to me, and how appreciative I am for everything that everybody put into this Congress. This is what makes a successful Congress, and this Congress was amazing, and you all made it happen. Thank you so much. Richard?
Thank you, Pedro. I heard that USA Midwest volunteered too. Grisha?
Hello, friends. First of all, how many times did we say that we didn't meet for 6 years? You know, I think hundreds of times, and we accumulated so huge hisaron to meet each other, and I see that in the friends' eyes, how much we need each other, how much we need to be together. I felt that in my heart. I smelled that during the meal and tasted that, you know, the meal was prepared with love. I, you know, I felt that with when we hug and touch each other, all senses, you know, confirmed that that was a great, you know, Congress and we need each other. But our 10, you know, got, you know, a special gift from the Creator, you know, for accompany, you know, tasty meal with spiritual content, and that was amazing experience. First to preparing that, the whole 10 was like really involved for weeks to prepare, you know, lineups this way, that way, and how would you know, you know, that whom to speak and etc. Try to make, you know, try to make that. Try to find the balance between, you know, like meal itself and the spiritual component and a little bit fun and etc. Just you know, Ravas used to say that meal even more important than Yeshivat Haverim. Yeshivat Haverim is more important than the lesson, and yeah, that was absolutely great to serve the friends.
Thank you, Grisha. L'chaim. Um, Also, in my 10, we had somebody who rescued the internet. Rami, want to say a couple of words for us?
It wasn't me, it was the creator. But I would just want to say that I was very happy to see each one of you, meet each one of you, especially when we work and surf together, the friends. And the feeling of being together and building the environment, even though it's just a few day Congress, the feeling of being connected to you is more than anything that someone, you know, like can ask. Um, I couldn't really, I mean, I planned to come to the Congress, but I knew that probably I'm not going to be able to. They just did not approve the time from work, and I knew that I'm coming to the Congress just on Sunday before we left to Sasha's house, and I'm very glad that happens, and I'm very glad that we get to be together after so long. And I really want to thank all the teams that work together to make that happen. And as I heard, then we're going to have it 3 times a year at Congress, and I can't wait to see you again. Thank you for letting me serve you. L'chaim.
L'chaim, thank you, Rami. In the video, we saw me stuffing my face. Couldn't have happened without Roberta.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was Eva and Irina and Olga and Zohar and Leah, all these friends. Everybody helped. Maria, I mean, I go down the whole list. We also had men in the kitchen. We had Vlad and Lucian. They were a big help for us, really, lifting stuff and frying hot stuff that the women couldn't do. I was just thinking, when I saw the video, I get choked up. That place became like a home to us. That was the friends' place to gather to meet the Creator. And I had all kind of notes what I was going to say today, but I see that's all out the window. That's everything we planned with the Creator, especially with this Congress. We thought, okay, it's going to go this way, and then we got the rain, and then we had problems with receiving stuff, and thank God Andrew was there with Eva at the store. They were missing $2,000 worth of food, and Eva had to replace all the replace. There was so much prep to this. And I remember when Zohar said originally we were on the team looking for a place for the Congress. And I right away said, we need a hotel like the Hyatt. We need to be served, Forget making coffee this year. We're going to, have coffee presented to us and be plated food. I had it all in my head. And wow, did the Creator change that around? We served the friends. And when I tell you it was such a blessing, I was driving with the friends coming home and I was like, for one person to be happy, I was saying to the scrutinizing, is it better for one person to be happy or 220? And it's better for 220 to be happy. We learned so much in that kitchen about bestowal and working together. And when things were going wrong, or Mary or me would come in and the schedule change, we were like, what? And then Mary would come and say, let's refocus. And Ever and I were like, well, this is not going to work. Let's refocus, Mary said, and we all hugged and we said a quick prayer to the Creator, and it changed everything. It was not the work. Many times Eva said and friends said that we became like a machine. We were literally a conduit from the Creator doing this work. It was not work. It might have looked like it, but it was the best. There was a Congress going on in the kitchen. That's for sure. So in the future, we had friends that lastly, I don't want to take, I could speak a lot about this, but when we needed help, girls would come, men would come with the garbage and Nate and all that, getting rid of stuff, which was so important. But the girls came, where's the aprons? Where's the gloves? What do we need to do? We never lacked a friend to do anything. And we turn around and I'm like, all the stuff was in the sink. It's clean, put away. It was a machine. And I we're already looking for the next place, and we're already looking for a place that has a professional kitchen, because we need to do it ourselves. And I see we've been to many of congresses, and I look at pictures in the past from like Newark. I never had such a feeling of what happened in Pennsylvania with all of us working together, and to see friends that I've been on teams with, to hug them and to really, see them face to face. And like Gary, we've been on Open Diner for many a times, and to see him face to face, he's so tall. There's so many aspects to being with the friends. But again, I could say so much more to everybody that helped. But can't wait to see everybody again, and it's great to see you here. Love you guys. We really built something special there.
Thanks, Roberta. And our shining star is going to close out our program for us, Mary.
Well, the Creator, the real true shining star. As friends have shared, the logistics were all planned, very well calculated, and most everything was tossed straight out the window. And then the true artistic director stepped in and switched everything up. And I'm sure everyone has a number of stories. There were hundreds of changes, literally hundreds. From my view of the inner workings and an overview of the whole Congress, just to share a couple. There's so many, I could fill up the whole hour, by the way, praising the friends and things they did to make this happen. One of the ovens was only operating at 175 degrees for a 350, 400 degree dish, and the cooks the creators threw that in the mix. And a house full of toilet paper showed up at Pedro's. How are we going to get this to the Congress? So I knew Pam was driving Route 80, I assumed, and she stopped by Pedro's, and she didn't have enough room, so she entered a U-Haul just to get all the toilet paper there. There's stories like this. I'll tell you, I can't even count how many. We thought Wi-Fi, that's going to be great. Rami was in the electrical room doing everything he could to boost our internet. And this is what ran the Congress for most of the weekend, just this little device. The Creator changed everything so that we would know. It was so clear that he was in charge. He was the creative director and the artistic force in this whole Congress. And the whole time there was willingness and flexibility of everyone. Through all these changes, they weren't so comfortable. I didn't hear a single complaint. Everyone just flowed through all of these changes like, a beautifully choreographed dance because the Creator had already choreographed what we were to go through. And so some of the roles we've never done in BB. This was a mini BB Petah Tikva Congress. We had the kitchen, we had trash removal, Nathaniel, thank God for Nathaniel, never done before. Jolene, I never had to worry about any of these friends. They knew what they were doing, and I trusted completely everyone. And whenever they came with questions, hundreds of questions, I knew that they handled it because we have such amazing, incredibly amazing friends in this North America Kli. It's the heart and soul and our lifeblood in North America. And having 10 friends in my 10, Women New York 3 was a rock for me. Even though I wasn't sitting in workshops except a couple, because I was running, Roberta always in the kitchen, we felt the strength of that foundation. So that was amazing. I just can't say enough about how willing everyone was to serve. And I never saw so many changes. And friends would say, well, aren't you tired? Aren't you stressed? 3-4 hours sleep and maybe a few L'haims here and there for the kitchen team and other teams. It wasn't simple, but it was easy. And I was laughing at one point how easy it is when we agree to none else besides him. I just agreed to be the clay in the hands of the potter. It wasn't me. Honestly, truly, friends, the star here is the Creator. He made everything flow and brought us so close together. I never felt so much love in a Congress. Even a momentary, gaze in someone's eyes hit Elisa, who I've never met. It was a divine moment. And that happened for everyone there. Divinity was among us. It was unmistakable, internally and from what we witnessed externally. It was one of the best experiences of my whole life on account of you, friends. I attribute it all to you. I'm no rock star. I'm not the star here. The Creator is, and all of you are, all of us together, this one amazing, beautiful Kli. I love you, heart and soul. I'll never be able to say thank you enough and express the depth of my gratitude. Huge honor and very humbling. I love you all.
Thanks, Mary. And thanks to all our friends that shared. And please don't be distraught if we didn't have time to call on you. We do care. Also know that there are changes ahead called building the community. So be sure to watch out for that. And also, the lesson tonight is a different time because of the holiday. Be aware of that. And be sure to join us next time. Shelley.
And then Yedida, yedida.
Arvut.